The Duke we are at now is not the Duke we were at 100 years ago. And in order for us to have actually made that change, it's a matter of people who've been in shoes to make that change and who have said, you know what, I'm gonna do these things now that I have the opportunity to do so.
I have selected Duke University as one of the principal objects of this trust because I recognize that education, when conducted along sane and practical as opposed to dogmatic and theoretical lines, is, next to religion, the greatest civilizing influence. I request that this institution secure officers, trustees, and faculty of such outstanding character, ability, and vision as will ensure its attaining and maintaining a place of real leadership in the educational world.
When you explain that we share this common birthday, December 11th of 1924, and you follow the trajectory of the endowment as a foundation established to support those core missions of healthcare, family and child development, the rural church, and higher education, and the ways it partners with Duke University, it is truly remarkable.
I think, at least for me, being at Duke, and then having this sort of partnership and having the investment of the Duke Endowment becomes so critical to be able to advance our studies that perhaps can be a little bit even sometimes ahead of their time. That takes a level of faith and its trust, maybe bravery.
All of our initiatives for our strategic vision really speaks to this notion of interdisciplinarity, and I think it's part of our superpower is to do those type of things.
All of our conversations being so interesting, diverse yet connected from so many different experiences and niche interests, I think it's really allowed for not only our grade and the whole university to be connected, but also to foster that interdisciplinary learning and understanding within the upcoming Duke students that'll come here next year and the year after that.
And that magic is education, healthcare, research, and community partnerships, all integrated.
Our society is struggling with deeply difficult, really troubling problems. Some of them are existential and speak to how long we're going to continue to be able to exist as a society, as a political community, as a country. And lawyers need to play their role in helping to solve those problems.
Centennial gift is every bit as foundational as the support the endowment provided to build these wonderful Duke stone buildings that surround us today. Is an expression of the enduring commitment of the endowment to Duke University's mission and the alignment of Duke University's mission with the endowment's goals and interests as expressed in the indenture. Our heart and soul is always here in North Carolina. And it's important that we not just be in North Carolina, that we also be of North Carolina.
Under Duke's new strategic framework, one of the pillars is really forging purposeful partnerships with our neighbors in the region. Within that strategic plan are health, education, housing, employment or talent development, and really supporting the community-based organizations who work with us ongoingly on these important topics.
I think the value of having more North and South Carolinians brings another sense of diversity to the university in terms of economic diversity that can be at Duke, and also just the idea of bringing new experiences from people that may be from more rural areas who have different lived experiences.
Thanks to the generosity of the Duke Endowment expressed in the Centennial gift to support that with special financial aid initiatives directed at students from North and South Carolina.
Although it may be beautiful, I think when you strip this campus of its people, it's really hollow. But it's the Blue Devils that occupy this Gothic jungle that breathe life into an institution like this. And I think, leaning into that for the next 100 years is going to be pivotal.
Getting it right means ensuring that we educate every student in a way that allows them to realize their own aspirations and allows them to move beyond what they imagined they might be capable of.
People, they quote Martin Luther King Jr. a lot. The moral arc of the universe is long and it bends towards justice. I think that it's really important for us to remember that the moral arc of the universe does not bend, it is bent. It is bent by people who want to see more equitable access to all sorts of things, to health, to education, to opportunities, to fair income, so on and so forth. We cannot sit on our laurels and think that young people are going to do the work if we do not equip them to do the work and to do the bending of, that long arc.
We have to continue to reinvent ourselves. External environment changes, technology changes, so we can't sit back and watch the next 100 years. We have to lead.
To me, the single greatest accomplishment of Mr. Duke and the endowment, his endowment, it has to be Duke University. Because in that small number of years, for a university to start as a small college and build to a prime university is almost unheard of. And there's a lot that can be said about that because Trinity College was exceptional in itself. So he caught the spirit of that college that had remarkable leadership from the very beginning and remarkable faculty from the very beginning. So he picked something that really could grow extremely well. But there again, that was his genius.
If he were here today, I would like to look at him and say, look what you did. Look what you did. To be in a place where you imagined what you didn't even know to imagine at the time. To see what it has become, what the idea he had has inspired people to do, has inspired people to create, and the effect this place has had on its world, starting on campus and splintering out into a global effect. So similarly, I would simply say, look what you did, look what you've created, look who we are, and look at what we get to do. What's next?